महध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। ये कहा गया था अतः प्राणमनस्पन्दयोः सहभावित्वात् प्राण निग्रहे मनो निग्रह्यते। प्राण और मन का स्पंदन साथ साथ होता है। स्पंदन का अर्थ है आंदोलन, वाइब्रेट। द माइंड विल वाइब्रेट as the pranas also will vibrate. So ataha, from this, that both of them vibrate in a synchronized manner leads you to conclude prana nigrahe mano nigrahyate, that when the pranas are controlled, the mind will also be mastered, controlled. एक पूर्व पक्ष उपस्थित हो जाता है और वो ये कहता है ननु सहस्पंदो न युक्तः. You have said that they resonate. Mind and the pranas have a resonance, and that is not acceptable. Sahaspando na yuktaha. Why? Because he is going to give you two instances where sahaspanda is not seen. But that does not mean that the siddhanta is refuted. That what has been concluded before simply needs a clarity and explanation, that how prana nigraha leads to mano nigraha. Okay. What is the instance that he is presenting? He says, Sushuptau Cheshtamane. Hope everybody has the book, right? सबके पास है ना पुस्तक? देशमुख,
what page, Swamiji?
मेरे पुस्तक अलग है, आपका कोई अलग है?
No, I have the original text. What page is it?
चक्रेश, बताओ तुमने जो भेजा था उसमें कौन सा है पृष्ठ संख्या? 203.
नमस्ते स्वामी जी, 205 पे था जो मैं पढ़ रहा था.
ननु सहस्पंदो न युक्तः. This is the line going on quickly.
That line is not there, Swamiji. Probably we are ahead. द्वे बीजे चित्त वृक्षस्य प्राण स्पंद.
आगे
He did that.
आगे चलो.
And on 205 we have chitta yaksha dradhakrantam namitrani navanta.
आगे चलो.
And 207 विविक्त देशे च सुखासनस्तथा.
पीछे जाओ.
Okay, so page number 206 तस्य च प्रयत्न शैथिल्यम लौकिक उपायः.
और पीछे थोड़ा सा.
अरे this is not text, no? Original text नहीं है ना?
ये ओरिजिनल है.
अच्छा. But in this 206,
हम्म,
pranayamen rajoguna karya, that is showing here. Pranayam dhrabhyase. No.
205
हाँ,
अवासनत्वात् सततं यदा न मनुते मनः
हाँ
मनस्तदा तदोदेति परमोपशमप्रदा।
नहीं, ये तो
हाँ
ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट में ये वर्ड्स नहीं है, ये तो 205 में नहीं है। ततः
वो
क्षीयते प्रकाशा।
205 पीडीएफ है।
नहीं,
नो,
इसके
आई एम
ततच
आस्किंग
यदि प्राणावरणम, उसके पीछे जाओ।
मैं टेक्स्ट में पूछ रही हूँ सर, स्वामी जी।
हाँ टेक्स्ट में ही।
ततः क्षीयते प्रकाशावरणम।
हाँ उसके पीछे जाओ, प्रीवियस
पीछे
पेज।
माने प्रीवियस
हम्म।
के बाह्याभ्यंतरस्तंभ
और पीछे और पीछे।
और पीछे। ओके। अपोनेस्तम गते प्राणो यावनाभ्युदितो हृदि। दिस इज
और
पेज।
पीछे।
और पीछे पेज 200 पे आ जाएंगे। अ, अ,
स्वामी जी 204 पर है असंग व्यवहारित्वात् भव भावन वर्जनाता।
रहने दो, तुम लोग पेज नंबर्स मार्क नहीं करते हो।
या
स्वामी जी वो
मैं नहीं
205 पे हमने छोड़ा था लास्ट टाइम,
हम्म,
तो
ढूंढ निकालो अब। चलो ठीक है।
हम्म, हम्म,
ननु सह स्पंदो न युक्तः सुषुप्तौ चेष्टमानेऽपि प्राणे मनसो चेष्टमानत्वात् सहस्पंद क्यों योग्य नहीं है, ऐसे कहते हो। सहस्पंद किसका? प्राण और मन का जो सहस्पंदन हो रहा है वो योग्य नहीं है, तुम्हारा कहना। क्यों? क्योंकि सुषुप्ति में प्राणों का स्पंदन होता है, मन का स्पंदन नहीं दिखता है ना। तो इसीलिए ये कैसे माना जाए कि सहस्पंदन होता है। तो उसका उत्तर देते हैं, न, ऐसी बात नहीं है। विलीनत्वेन तदानीम मनसः सत्वाभावात्। अरे भाई, अगर मन वहां पे हो तो उनका सहस्पंदन होगा, मन नहीं होगा तो प्राण अकेला स्पंदन करेगा। यही है ना। तुम कहते हो कि सहस्पंदन क्यों नहीं होता, क्योंकि सुषुप्ति में प्राणों का स्पंदन दिखता है किंतु मन का स्पंदन नहीं होता। कुछ पता चलता है क्या सुषुप्ति में गाढ़ निद्रा, हम्म, कि तुम्हारा तकिया ठीक है कि नहीं है, कि पंखा चल रहा है, कुछ नहीं पता चलता। तो वहां पे क्या बोलते हैं कि वहां मन ही नहीं है, इसलिए प्राण अकेला स्पंदन करता है। मन वहां पे क्यों नहीं है? विलीनत्वेन, वहां पे वो अपने कारण प्रकृति में लीन हो गया है, लय हो गया है, इसीलिए। ठीक है डॉक्टर मंगला।
हाँ, यस स्वामी जी।
हाँ
स्वामी जी,
हाँ।
but we also say that there is no भूख प्यास ना in सुषुप्ति। तो प्राण खाली दिखता है पर एक्चुअली वो भी शांति है ना।
नहीं, प्राणों का एक कार्य चलता है, बाकी के भी मतलब जैसे शरीर में खून का बहना वगैरह तो चलता ही रहेगा।
हाँ
तो प्राणों का जो बाकी का कार्य है वो होता
हाँ, ब्रीदिंग।
है, एक प्रकार का कार्य नहीं होता
हम्म।
है ना।
यस सर। जी स्वामी
ननु क्षीणे प्राणे नासिकयोश्वसीत इति व्याहतम। अब जो तुम्हें कहा गया कि जब प्राण तुम्हारा शांत हो जाता है तो केवल नासिकाओं में ही, नासिका मतलब इन द नॉस्ट्रल्स, वहीं पे प्राणों का स्पंदन पता चलता है. जैसे if you are just sitting quietly now, you will feel your breath being heavy and sucked in or thrown out, and that you will feel below the nose, over the lips, which you may not feel very prominently if you are having a mustache. But in the cold countries, when people breathe and then immediately everything is frozen where the temperature is, you will see that these men with no mustache, they have got some ice under the nose. हाँ, दिखता है ना? That's because the breath falls over there. Moisture है उसमें. And when you are very angry, it will go even beyond that. Okay? Or if you have any difficulty in breathing, it still will become ulbana, very strong. So he is saying that say that the breath remains only in the nostrils and all is not possible, because there is air in the nostrils even of a dead body. But he can't be said as to be breathing. And so, napi shvasataha jivataha pranakshayo asti, because he who is still living, his pranas cannot be said as to have become shant. Okay? His whose pranas have become shant is ठीक है? Even in our colloquial language, even to convey that somebody has passed away, you do say इनके प्राण शांत हो गए, है ना? तो इसीलिए नापि श्वसतः जीवतः प्राणक्षयो अस्ति. Now to this the answer is maivam. This is not right. Why? Anulbanatvasya kshayatvena atra vivakshitatvat. When we are saying the pranas have become shanta, what is the meaning over here? It does not mean that this person is dead and not breathing. We don't mean that the shanti of the pranas mean that he is not breathing. He is breathing. But only thing is we are saying is anulbanatvasya pranasya. What is meant is that the pranas have not become ulbana, ugra. What is the right word? Give me some word for it. Ulbanam. Ugra ke liye. Very
Violent.
Diminished breathing.
kind of.
Prominent.
हाँ. 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 समझे? So he is not very wild or aggressive breathing, whatever it is. Anulbanam. Okay. Ugra.
Swamiji,
Hmm.
this is page number 199, and it says that excessive breathing. It is saying
Excessive. Okay, 199. Now, please, next time, please mark your pages, because I'm not following your book. I have a physical copy with me, and which is a different publication. ठीक है?
Got it. Got it, Swami.
जी. सब लोगों ने रखना चाहिए and follow the text. मैवम अनुल्बणत्वस्य क्षयत्वेन अत्र विवक्षितत्वात्. What we simply want to say over here, by the term, we in the sense the scriptures want to say that the pranas have become shanta, meaning that the ulpanatva of the pranas, ulpanatva means the aggressiveness of the pranas, has doused down. And so kshayatvena vivakshitatvat. Then he gives you an example of what is the ulpanatva of the pranas. Yatha khanana chedanadishu व्याप्रियमाणस्य पर्वतम आरोहतः शीघ्रं धावतः वा श्वासवेगो यावन् भवति न तावत् स्थितस्य आसीनस्य निद्रितस्य वा विद्यते. Look at that. He gives you several examples from our daily life. Khanana. Khanana means digging. Chedana, one who is drilling. Vyapriyamanasya, he who is thus engaged in activities like this, physical activities. And Parvatam Arohatasya, he who is climbing upwards a mountain, ascending. Parvatam Arohataha, Shighram Bhavataha, he who is jogging, running fast. Shighram Bhavataha, Shwasavego Yatha Bhavati. Just as the speed with which you are breathing then is not like the breathing when a person is quietly sitting or a person is in sleep. The speed of the breath and the type of breathing is different. And so, nidritasya va vidyate. Tatha, so also. Pranayamo patavopetasya itarasmadalpashvaso bharati. So also he who has now acquired the mastery of pranayama. Pranayama patavopetasya. Patava means patuta. Like how you have the word cricket patu. And patu means expert. He who has gained the expertise in what? In the pranayam, control of breath. Itarasmadalpaha shvaso, that his shwas even is going to be even at a slower pace than the rest of the people who are also normally sitting and breathing slowly and peacefully. Itarasmad alpashvaso bhavati. Now we are not simply talking about parvatarohana, etc. Okay? Itarasmad alpashvaso bhavati. Etadeva abhipretya. This is what is meant to be conveyed, and therefore shruyate. This is what we shruyate. Wherever it is said shruyate, it means it is a shruti. Remember this. Then wherever it is said smaryate, it will be smriti. Mostly Bhagavad Gita or Manusmriti will come, or any other thing. Even Purana, etc. All these are actually forms of smriti only. But Puranas and Itihasas are marked. They have their internal divisions. Smriti, Purana, Itihas. Etadeva abhipretya shruyate. Bhutva tatrayatah pranaha shanaireva samchvaset iti. Now, Bhutva tatra ayata pranaha. Ayata means the one who has now controlled the prana. So the person who has controlled the prana is called ayata prana. Like how is there this Bahupri Samasa? Drishta Samudraha. Drishta Samudra means what?
That fellow who has seen the Samudra.
Correct. The one who has seen Samudra, the ocean. Because suppose somebody who is living here in this North India, the olden days, he may not have the occasion of going and seeing some Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal or Indian Ocean. For them, therefore, he who has now traveled and seen, he becomes a world traveler. In the olden days means not I'm not talking about olden days, Chhatrapati Shivaji time. Just about 40 years ago, if some person really flew and went to some foreign, you would say, Drishta Samudra, like that. Now here this Bahubri Samasi is Ayata Prana. So he who has thus controlled the mind, Shanaireva Samuchvase, and he should now, who has practiced the pranayama, should now breathe slowly. Shanaihi Samuchvase. Iti Kshurikopanishad. यथा दुष्टाश्वैः उपेतो रथः मार्गं त्यक्त्वा यत्र क्वापि नीयते स च सारथिना दृढमश्वं रज्जुष्वाकृष्य सुखमार्गे पुनः धार्यते तथा इन्द्रियैः वासनादिभिः इतस्ततो नीयमानं चित्तं प्राणरज्जौ दृढं धृत्यायां धार्यते. So what does that Shruti say? And the Shruti herself is giving you an example. Yatha Dushtashvaihi. Now there is one Ratha, a chariot, and horses are yoked to it. Those horses are untrained. Okay. So there are these uncontrolled, unruly horses. Dushtashvaihi upeto ratha. Margam tyaktva. So, and then what happens to that ratha? Because of these horses, the chariot is led where? Away from the road, from the path, wherever in the field or wherever it is, rolled into gutter or whatever. Margam tyaktva yatra kvapi niyate. They are not going to take the chariot in right direction. Such a sarathinavadam ashvam rajva krishya rajva shva krishya. Now that Sarathi, the charioteer, what does he do? Now he holds the reins of those horses, lagam, reins of those horses tightly, holds them back also. Fear, and then Sukhamarge punaha dharyate is brought back. Similarly, tatha indriyaihi vasanadibhihi itastato niyamanam chittam. Now this chitta will be led itastataha hevaya. Where? By whom? Because of the vasanas, now the indriyas will take it everywhere. Now at that time, what should be done? Chittam pranarajjau. Now what is the way of controlling that mind, which is thus led astray, is pranarajju. This pranarajju means that the reins of holding the mind back is the pranas. Pranarajjau dhrudam dhritayam dharyate. Furthermore, prapidya iti yaduktam tat pranapidana prakaro anyatra shruyate. Where did you come across this word pranam pidya, pranan pidya? Where did you come? ये देखो यहाँ पे आसन योगस्तु मिताहारत्वम अत्याहारम अनाहारम नित्यम योगी विवर्जेत श्रुते है. Okay. Then furthermore, प्राणान प्रपीड्येह संयुक्तचेष्टः क्षीणे प्राणे नासिकयोर्श्वसीत दुष्टाश्वायुक्तमिव वाहमेनं विद्वान् मनोधारयेत् प्रमत्तः. Shvetashvatara Upanishad also has given the same thing and used that word pranan prapidya. Now, as if squeeze those pranas. What does that mean? Savyavritim. So now he says anyatra shruyate. It is somewhere else that he's bringing that reference from. Shruyate. And again it is shruyate means it is a shruti. So it says Amritanada Upanishad. For here. Savyavritim sapranavam gayatrim shirasa saha tripathed ayata pranaha pranayamasa uchyate. So he is giving you the pranayama prakara. Savyavritim sapranavam gayatrim. Now Gayatri mantra along with the Vyahritis. Vyahritis Om Bhurvaha. And that Om is the Pranava. Shirasa Saha with entire Gayatri Om Bhurvasvaha Triturvare Enyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Brahma Bhurvasvaro Om Iri. Savyavritim Sapranavam Gayatrim Shirasa Saha Tripathed. Ayat of prana, the one who has controlled the pranas, pranayama suchate. So we will come across that there are two types of pranayama. One is called as sagarbha pranayama and agarbha pranayama. Pranayama in whose womb now you are placing the mantra. That is called as sagarbha pranayama. And the three types of pranayama, three pranayamas means pranayamas trayah proktaha rechaka puraka kumbhakaha utshipya vayumakasham shunyam kritva niratmakam shunya bhavena yujita rechakasyeti lakshanam. What is called as the, so now we know that there are these are the three pran. They are called as pranayama. Actually, all three together are called as pranayama. So, what is it? Rechaka, Puraka, Kumbhakaha. Rechaka means to exhale. Puraka means to fill, inhale. And Kumbhaka means to retain. So here it goes. Utshipya Vayu Makash. Now, how will the Vayu how are you going to empty the lungs? So now the lungs are like the pots. How are you going to empty those lungs? Utkshipya. So it is not going to be downwards. The movement will be upwards and then throwing it out. And therefore, Utkshipya Vayu. Akasham Shunyam Kritva. So the space inside those lungs now as if is totally emptied. Akasham Shunyam Kritva Niratmakam. So without that Vayu, Shunya Bhavena Yunshita. This is Shunya Bhavena Yunshita. I'm associating it as if it is empty totally. Rechakasyeti Lakshanam. This is called as Rechakam. Emptying. Vaktrenotpala nalena toyamakarshayet naraha evam vayur grihitavyaha purakasyeti lakshanam. Just as, in the olden days when they had no straws, so they would use what? The stalk of a lotus. And then water is sucked from that lotus stem. Vaktrena utpala nalena. That utpala nala is the stem of the lotus. Toyamakarshayet naraha. Just as this nara, that person is sucking the water. Evam. Thus, if you have understood how the water is sucked, inside it goes, it descends down. Evam vayuhu grihitavyaha. Now that vayu is also to be held, sucked in similarly. Purakasyeti lakshanam. Not through mouth and not through some lotus stem, but you have nose to breathe in. नोच्छ्वसेन् निश्वसेन् नैव गात्राणि चालयेत् एवं तावन्नियुञ्जीत कुम्भकस्येति लक्षणम्. What is called as kumbhaka? Where now neither the pranas are emptied out, nor are the lungs filled with pranas. Gatrani apina chalaye, where there is no body movement. Limbs are held steady. So hands and legs, or even the eyelids, and slowly you will also experience even the pupils of the eye will also not rotate. It will become sharp. So thus, over there, what is it? Evam tavanyunchita kumbhakasyeti lakshanam. This is called as kumbhaka. So pranan prapidya, that what was said as prana prapidanam, is now told to you as these three pranayamas, and how the mantra is to be filled in the Rechaka, Puraka, and Kumbhaka is also going to be told to you. Atra Shariranthargatam Vayum Bahidnissarayitum Utkhipya Shariram Akasham Shunyam Vayurahitam Kritva Swalpamapi Vayum Apraveshya Shunya Bhavena Niyamayet Soyam Rechako Bhavati. So now that what was said in the shloka, in the mantra, now is told to you by him over here in his commentary. Atra, what is to be understood there? Sharira antargatam vayu. The vayu which is there in the sharira, in the lungs. Bahin nissaraitum utshipya. And in order to be thrown out, it is brought up. Okay? Shariram akasham, sharira akasham shunyam. Now this the space of in the body is emptied. Emptied means what? Vayu rahitam kritva. Swalpamapi vayum apraveshya. Shunya bhavena yamaye. Soyam rechako bhavati. This is called as rechaka. Kumbhako dvividha antaro bahyashcheti. Tad guhayam cha vasishtha ah. Now kumbhaka is also again of two types, and which is now told to us by Vasishtha. Apane stangate prano yavannabhyudeti tirti tavatsa kumbhakavastha yogi bhidyanupuyate bahirastangate prano yavannapan udgataham tavat purna samavastham bahishtham kumbhakam vidu. Now there are these two types of kumbhakas, antar kumbhaka and bahi kumbhaka. When the breath is taken in and retained, so this is following the puraka. And when the breath is released completely and then retained, so the first type is called as antara kumbhaka. The second one is called as bahi kumbhaka. This is what it is. So we will follow that more when we meet tomorrow morning again. This is good for now. And remember, you have a different text. I have a physical text and it is a different publication. So please follow your books.
We stopped at the end of 201.
Okay. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Bhadarayam Sutra Bhashakatau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha.